Welcome to the Reidsville Chamber of Commerce News and Views. I'm your host, Diane Sawyer, President of the Reidsville Chamber. Today's edition, we have City of Reidsville, and we have with us the beautiful and talented and newly married Mrs. Summer Moore.
Thank you. It's always a pleasure to be here. Thank you so much.
I am so excited. First show since getting married.
I know. It has been a whirlwind. I really appreciate everyone's support, letting me enjoy my honeymoon and being able to do a lot of our wedding stuff local. So thank you all for your support. But it is nice to be back.
Yeah. I tell you, I welcomed you back to reality when you got back. And
it was waiting.
And I was like, I am sure the list and the desk were waiting. So big job for a big personality, and you were doing a phenomenal job. We are so thankful to have you.
Thank you.
And I think that your council, they are, as always, just moving forward, being progressive, working through budgets and working through projects and all the things. So I know one of the things we want to talk about, we want to give a UDO update. So tell us where we're at with that.
So the UDO, just to do a brief recount, we started this project almost a year ago, probably a little over a year. That has been a great project, just looking at our current ordinances and trying to get them compiled into one single document, and also looking at those ordinances to see if there's anything outdated, since it had been since the mid-'80s, since we had really done a complete overhaul. So where we are in that process, council at our Tuesday city council meeting, we did set a special called meeting, which is open to the public. I'd encourage anyone to attend to learn more about the UDO. That it will be back a month, October 22nd, starting at 3 p.m. in our council chambers, and our consultant will be on site to go over some of their findings of where they are with the UDO. So we'll have that meeting. There'll be a couple more meetings, and then our goal is January of 2025, fingers crossed, we'll actually be able to officially roll that out. It will have to go before our planning board and to city council for adoption in the next few months. So again, our hopeful completion date is first of the year.
Yeah, so lots to come on that. So we're excited about it. I know that kind of behind the scenes, there's some of us that are working to try to make sure that we help roll that out and encourage people to really pay attention to the new and improved processes. And I know it's going to be a lot more just accessible and readable, and so I'm really excited about it. Jason's got some great ideas, and I think it's going to be really cool. So
no, we appreciate that, and we appreciate your partnership as always. I know we've had some discussions about, once we do get through the UDO, is maybe putting on, a series of workshops and events to roll that out to the public, to the chamber members, and just let everyone get a glimpse of what we're working with. So we really look forward to 2025, again, continuing our partnership with the chamber and helping us roll that out. So, and I know in the upcoming months, you and I'll talk more about that on the show, about what that looks like, but it's kind of a little bit of a teaser.
Yeah, it's funny. Previous guest on a show who we've talked about involving just asked for an update, and she was like, and I was like, listen, lady, you're a little crazy right now too. It's okay. We're gonna roll it out 2025. 2025 looks to be an exciting year because the three chambers of commerce are also planning to come together. And we have a 3-part series planned, and we are looking to do a countywide NCDOT update. We're looking to do a countywide transportation, that piece. So then that will lead us to healthcare and a countywide update on healthcare. And as we know, there's a lot of things happening on that front. And then we're also looking to do a countywide update on NC Forum for Public Education, and that private nonprofit organization that is nonpartisan wants to just do general education about public education. So it looks like there's going to be quite the series there, and then quite the series on the Reidsville level around the UDO and around all kinds of things. So I think it's going to be a really great year. There's some cool things coming. A lot of work, but a lot of worth it effort, because I think we will continue to educate people and get people more involved. And I think now more than ever, we need that.
No.
So,
and we appreciate your leadership on that, so thank you.
yeah, no, we're excited. And so listen, I know you guys have got other projects, like you've got this Parks and Rec stuff. Tell us about what's going on with that.
So we've got a lot of things going in Parks and Rec. If you haven't stopped by, I'd encourage everyone to stop by. Our gym floor at Parks and Rec, just got that redone. It looks amazing. We're actually able to get some grant funding from Senator Berger's office to do that. So that was a great project. We've got it reopened. It looks wonderful. Also, some tennis court updates. We've started the remodel there and resurfacing. Again, that was grant funding that was given to us by Senator Berger. Also going to start looking at expanding some of our pickleball courts. So we're very excited about that. So Parks and Rec has had a lot going on. We've been fortunate to have some funding opportunities to be able to create amenities and expand our existing amenities for our citizens. Splash Pad was a great success this year. We just closed down for the season. We've kind of started doing a debrief with our team to see, what worked, what didn't work, what do we need to look at moving forward. So we're really excited to have Splash Pad, starting again next season. But we had a very successful first season, and that goes for Quentin Robinson, our Parks and Rec director, and his staff, along with our Assistant City Manager, Haywood Cloud. They ensured that everything runs smoothly our first year, because any hiccups can happen. We had a hiccup kind of towards the end of the season with a little piece of equipment, but we appreciate the public being understanding and working through that with us till we could get the proper equipment ordered. But lots of fun things going with Parks and Rec, and just some unique funding opportunities to expand our existing amenities.
Yeah, and when you talk about amenities, it kind of circles me back. I think a lot of people still don't know about the ones that are available at the lake. You guys have really expanded your amenities there. Mm-hmm.
We have such a wide variety. You've got canoeing opportunities, you have fishing opportunities, and I encourage everyone to check out our board at Market Square, check out our Facebook pages, Parks and Rec page, because Parks and Rec is always trying to do something at the lake. I know this year they'll probably do some type of event for Halloween at the lake, but just check that out. I'd encourage everyone to, because it is open year round, and I think a lot of times we forget that as we move into fall and winter, but there's some great opportunities out there. Even if you just want to go out and play disc golf or walk around, basketball. We also just opened a jump pad out there. Mm-hmm. So go out, take the kids. Everything's free, open to the public, but there's a lot of fun activities to be had at Lake Reidsville, and I think sometimes we forget about it because it isn't downtown, but it's really just, a 5-minute drive away.
Yeah, absolutely. I think it's exciting that you guys are starting to add amenities. I've always said the lake was a kind of a hidden jewel, and that we don't, utilize it enough. Mm-hmm. So I'm excited about the jump pad. I know they have the zip line and some of the mm-hmm. other stuff, and so that's just a lot of fun. So I know that one of the things that we want to talk about is it's our busy season. We love the holidays mm-hmm. around here. But also, we have some just other business opportunities too. So let's run through just really quick the calendar. So things that are upcoming. First up is the Fab Festival. Oh my gosh.
We are so excited for the partnership with RDC, our city Main Street program. Robin Yount has done a phenomenal job working with the board of the RDC to get that up and going. For those who may not know what the Fab Festival is, it's food, arts, and brew. It's going to be the third weekend in October, I believe.
The 19th.
The 19th. So we're very, very excited about that downtown. I know that she's got several vendors, lots of kid activities planned. So, that's something unique and different. So it's a little bit different than a traditional fall festival. But I think it's been working really well. So we would just encourage everyone to come out and check it out. We are in the process, since we are mid-September, probably in the next couple weeks, you'll start seeing the city start decorating for fall. We'll do our large pumpkin display for some photo opportunities. Also, go ahead and give you all a teaser. We're working on a life-size cornucopia, so we thought that might be a cool photo opportunity. And of course, we'll decorate the town just to make it festive and encourage not only our residents but visitors to come and explore our downtown shops and have some unique photo opportunities. So hoping to have all that completed by October 1st, then that'll transition us into Fab Festival, and then before you know it, we're up to the holidays. So do you want to talk a little bit about, you've got some great opportunities planned, you and RDC, for the Christmas season?
Yeah, so we have a ton of stuff coming up. We have, as always, we'll do the downtown trick-or-treating, which is going to happen on the 25th, I believe it is. It's Friday the 25th. And you do not have to be a downtown merchant. We open it to everybody. The chamber has quite a bit of space out here on our sidewalk along the building. There's tons of opportunities downtown. Just pop up a table. It's turned into quite the event. We're closing the streets down. And so come out. It's early release day. The kids get out that day. Early release, so elementary at 12:45 and middle and high at 1:25. So I think we start at 3 that day, 3 or 4, and people will come out. We'll do all the trick-or-treating, loads of fun, tons of candy, and then we'll wind up with the movie at Market Square. So very exciting event that has really gained a lot of traction. Robin's secret is start buying your candy now.
Yes, start buying now.
Because it is crazy. So really excited about that. We also, in addition to after the trick-or-treat, there will be the Shop Small Business Saturday. So very exciting. Shop Small Saturday this year is actually the absolute latest it can be. It's November the 30th because of the way that the calendar falls. But that's exciting because the Chamber and the RDC and the merchants, we've all partnered together, and we are doing a Chillin' with My Gnomies, and we are going to do a gnome hunt, and we are going to be offering just tons of stuff. We're doing canvas tote bags that we'll be giving away at the Chamber. We're going to have some vendors in addition to our shops, and they will all be open, offering sales. We're going to have music, we're going to have food, raffles. It's just going to be a lot of fun. Very much along with the city's decorations, it very much gives that Hallmark movie Main Street vibe. So very excited about that. You do not have to be a downtown business to participate. It is open to all retail and anybody who will be open on Shop Small. So very excited about that. And then following that, we will wrap up the holiday season and events with the Mayor's Hometown Christmas on Friday, December 6th.
Which we're very excited about. I know that just kind of, opens the gateway for the holiday season with the tree lighting. We'll do the tree lighting again at Market Square with the Christmas tree from last year that we purchased. So we're just very, very excited about that. And I would just remind everyone, as we approach the holiday season, I know things are tight in the home budget, but any opportunity you can, please support our local businesses, our mom and pop businesses. I mean, they are the backbone to our community. So even if you're not able to purchase something, share their page on social media, tell people about them, give them referrals. Like, there's other things you can do to help promote their businesses, because we rely on them, because they are a draw for our community, and they're also a draw for tourism for our community. So anything you can do, even if it's not a monetary contribution, just try and support our businesses by just promoting their products and what they're able to bring to our unique downtown and throughout the city of Reidsville.
Yeah, and in addition to what you're saying, Google reviews, anything that you can do that's free to you but helps their businesses tremendously. But also, as Summer said, we know that budgets are tight, we know that things are rough, we know that groceries and light bills and all the utilities and everything has just kind of gone up right now. Save that money from driving to a larger place, save that shipping money, and check out what's here local first. And then that helps also your neighbors and keeping their money in their pockets. So we really appreciate that. We are really going to be pushing the shop small, shop local, support local idea. But that goes for everything. We've got, you can get your car serviced here. You can get your tires and your, all of your automobile needs. You can get your hair and your nails and your professional services. If you're still fortunate enough to be able to afford those things, all of those folks are local, and they are a small business and have families as well. So thank you for supporting that. The other thing that we have that is huge for us that we did not talk about because it's not a holiday event would be our Everything Expo that is coming up. So Summer, I'm so thankful. Like, again, our partnership means the world to me, and we have been able to have the 15th annual Reidsville Everything Expo. So health, business, career, and we are going to be on the grounds of the beautiful and historic but also new penthouse with the carriage house. So we're going to be on the greenhouse, the house, and I think it's really cool because, you know, the house is only open for the Christmas vendor event where it's decorated for Christmas, and then private events. So it's the first time in a long time that there's been an event, probably pre-COVID, that there's been a separate event that would be open to the public where people could be on the grounds of the penthouse. And so we're really excited about it. I think that our sponsors, Liberty Tax and Realty One Group Results, they are both have purchased property in downtown Reidsville and trying to set roots and grow for the future. And I'm excited because we're going to have several of the city departments out there. The deadline, we're working so far ahead. We're almost at 40 booths and it's only mid-September.
Wow.
And so we are very excited about what that looks like and how that's going to shape up.
You and your team this will be the 4th expo, I guess. Yeah, 4th expo.
Wow.
I've got to attend. You and your team do such a phenomenal job. I mean, all the services that you showcase literally in one event is just astounding. To be able to give, you know, what a piece of Reidsville services that we offer and allow individuals to come and check it out. I think it is unique and fun this year that we get to do the historic penthouse. You know, with having the carriage house and having that extra space, we're now able to do things a little outside of what we were able to before just because of our limitability with space. But I know our team at the city, we're very excited. I know that we'll be stationed throughout the property that day, the couple days to kind of help with maneuvering the property, but we're just excited for people to come out and see what Reidsville has to offer, and you and your team do such a phenomenal job to showcase those services, so thank you.
Yeah, thank you. I mean, it's kind of my baby. It's my pet project, something that when I came here, I inherited, but I wanted to take it and expand it, and we've been able to do that. And you know, with the sponsors already, we've talked a lot about how the community, the organizations, the businesses, how it's something for everybody. And so I just think that it is going to be a really great day. The other thing that I wanted to talk about, you guys have had some phenomenal success with the streetscape, the first phase, the second phase, getting a new quilt up, getting all these businesses, people are purchasing property, getting their grants, painting. What does that look like? Like by next summer, there's just some really cool stuff that's happening. How do you see the future for downtown and the next phases and what's coming?
Well, we're very excited, you know, our team, and I think you and your team agree, like our downtown, I mean, it's the heart of any community. So you have to make sure you're investing in the heart. And I think our city council and our team has done a really good job in taking the grant opportunities through ARPA funding and investing in our downtown and throughout the city of Reidsville. I mean, it is so nice to be able to drive downtown and see all the new businesses that have opened, all those who are in the process of opening new businesses, and just, you know, looking at the color palette and people taking advantage of some of the programs offered through Main Street, such as the paint grant, awnings, like those resources are out there. So please, you know, check with us at the city, RDC, Main Street, all else, check with the chamber. They can help direct you there. But our town is growing. It goes back to, you know, last year when we did Place Your Bet. I mean, we're growing and we're just so excited for that. One thing I do want to touch on, speaking of growth, at our city council meeting on Tuesday night, we were actually able, one thing we had looked at is with the future interstate going through Reidsville, particularly there in the Barn Street area, one thing that one of our business owners had brought to my attention was about lighting. And I know the city, we had looked at, you know, what do you do to provide lighting at such a significant intersection moving moving forward with the interstate, and I know we were faced with a $400,000 price tag to be able to put adequate lighting in to light that particular area of town. We're actually able to have some discussions with our local representatives, and I'm very happy to report that at our Tuesday City Council meeting, our City Council approved a resolution to send to Representative Reese Pirtle and Senator Berger requesting the full $400,000 to put in the new lighting there, because we're growing and we want to be able to show people we're open for business. So not only are we looking to make those investments in our downtown area, we're also trying to be mindful of what our entire city looks like in the future.
Absolutely. We've changed so much in the last several years, from the Freeway Drive project and how that all shaped that, and then the current DOT projects, where, and trying to explain to people, again, we did the 785 update several years ago, but we knew, we're finally approaching the time, but we're on those 3 projects of the overpasses and getting them up to code so that we can be the blue shield, the 785. So I think that it's amazing to look back just in my time, but to think about like moving forward, like what does 5 years from now look like? Because from the all-inclusive park being, it's like our footprint keeps expanding in different ways. And I know that the Depot District and some of those things, and the makerspace and some of the things that have just come up, I really know that is going to change what we look like in the future.
And I'm really glad you brought up the Depot District. That's something that we at the city, we've got back on. We've got Mac and Go Properties making a significant investment over there at the former Adams Electric building. And, also going back to the UDO and how that ties into everything, looking at that particular area of town at the Depot District to see, what do we need to do for parking and what zoning looks like in that area. So we're just growing all over. And I think, we've got a very proactive city council, our teammates at the city, our business owners. I think they're ready to see the growth that we're experiencing. The main thing we just have to ensure is that we're prepared for that growth and continue to offer amenities that make people want to live in Reidsville. Not only come and visit us, but put down roots here because, we have several large housing projects, which we desperately need. Affordable housing opportunities. When I moved here, the housing, we're in a nationwide housing crisis. The property, the inventory is not available. And then what is available is significantly overpriced to where very few people are even able to afford it. So I think just being able to have a variety of housing opportunities at a national level, specifically to at a local level, is something that we need to continue to be mindful of as well. And I think we're doing a really good job. We've got some unique opportunities with a variety of developers offering single family homes, townhomes, apartments, trying to give that a la carte housing affordability and opportunity for everyone.
Absolutely. And there are several things that all of us who are at those tables, we discuss, and you mentioned crisis, the childcare crisis is another major issue. And I think, and here we are getting really serious when sometimes we try to keep it lighthearted, but it's really true. Like that's one of the things that our community in particular, it's a national crisis, but it's very much a crisis on the local and state level. And so I urge people to pay attention to the things that are happening around them and understand and educate themselves and know what's going on, because we do have these opportunities for entrepreneurs. We have these opportunities for things, but at the same time, like things cost money. And so again, going back to when, taxes or utility rates or any of those things happen, this is why we do these shows, so that we can explain and talk about these are the things that funding is providing for people. Because we've got this great, Farmina's one right now. They're not even finished with construction and they're already expanding. They need workforce, but beyond workforce, those people need a place to live and they need quality of life. And sometimes we forget things that are right in front of our face. Like, I'm so pleased going back to the splash park, very end of the summer, Labor Day weekend, my son and I share a birthday weekend. And he wanted basically a water birthday party. And he kept talking about a pool, but pool parties are really hard because you have to be careful and you have to, there's safety involved and all of that. And my mother-in-law was like, duh, you have a splash pad. And I was like, oh yeah. So like I drove myself over there and I wrote my check and I signed up and I was like, oh yeah, the president of the chamber should have a birthday party at the splash pad. And so we did, and it was wonderful. And I was really worried about the weather, but you know what? It went around, and you just never know, but you have to do the best you can do. And the kids loved it. It was amazing. I mean, we had a ton of people. And so I was so thankful because as soon as they were done, they got on the swing set and they played till dark on the swings, like even after we were done at the splash pad. So it's just so nice to be able to enjoy the things that are happening here, but to also know there are people working really hard to make things the best they can be.
Yeah, we appreciate that, and we appreciate your partnership. And one other thought is going back to the child care crisis. Thank you for setting that up with city staff and some of our local elected officials from the city to be able to view that with Miss April and her team through the partnership, Rockingham County Partnership for Children, I believe. The video, I mean, you know, some of those, myself, I don't have children, but, you know, to bring awareness to a crisis that we're seeing at a local level, like, thank you for your stewardship and your leadership to bring that to our attention so we can be mindful, you know, when you are looking at recruiting or people looking for entrepreneurship opportunities. These are all very viable options that are such a need for our community, and childcare is huge. So thank you for your advocacy on that.
Yeah, and we've been a part of, and I mean, there's emails flying right now from the North Carolina Family Forward, like, you guys are certified. We're going to look back into being certified. That, you know, but when you're looking at HR policies, when you're looking at benefits and things you can provide, when you're looking at flexibility in places where you can provide flexibility, it matters. You know, my brother's going through some things right now, and it's been really wonderful that he and his wife both work for a company that are very flexible. And you know, you can't provide that always with our industries and people on the line, but there are things that can be done to support our families, because the children are the future. And if we're not supporting families and growing the children, then what are we doing, right? So I'm just really thankful. There's so many things in the work. You and I could talk all day, but we are out of time, if you can believe it. So is there anything else we need to add? Just coming up on the fall season, it's September. We're looking forward to the end of the year. Is there anything else we need to touch on?
Just encourage residents, visitors to come visit Reidsville, see our unique opportunities, get involved with the chamber. If you have any questions, please reach out to the city about events. Again, you guys are always such a good resource, but we just appreciate your partnership and your leadership with our city, and we're very lucky to have you. So thank you for the opportunity to come on this month.
Absolutely. Thanks for our monthly update. Looking forward to the future, and we are excited for all the good stuff happening. So
thank you.
Thank you. All right, well, that is it for today's news and views. And as always, you can find us in the heart of downtown Reidsville at 140 South Scale Street, or on the web at reidsvillechamber.org, or all of our social channels. So stay tuned. We'll see you soon.